Eva Green is who I consider. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm out of breath. Holy crap. How's everybody doing? Long time no see, long time no see. rendered. Some rendered. Is the stream working? I hope so. Yes. Alright. Last time we left off. Oh! Happy New Year's, guys! Happy New Year's! I don't have a soundboard to make that, you know, woo! Hope you guys had a good one. Hope you guys are having a good one. Hopefully it'll be a good New Year. Hopefully it will be a good year. If you guys had a really shitty last year, I know I feel the same way. I'm hoping for a better year. Hopefully get a car this year would be great. Starting over. Yeah, I hope you guys have a better one. It's coming. And try to do the best we can. Be the best we can be. Time isn't infinite, folks. Life isn't infinite. Keep that in mind. So, okay. I feel bad. Last stream I kind of left you guys like a cliffhanger. I couldn't get the game to load. I couldn't get my save files to work, and I was in a panic. And I told you guys that I'm gonna restart my computer and I'd be right back. And then I just never ended up doing the stream again. It was like 4 days ago. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I ended up getting the game to work after I restarted my computer. And I just ended up getting distracted. And I think robbed one house and then turned the game off, so. I'm sorry that I've been a bad streamer these past couple weeks. I just really haven't been feeling it. I don't know. It's me. It's not me. It's not you guys. It's me. I hate to cliche it, but it's just the truth. The game is working. Woo! Let me get this started up. I will get started as I finish off this little frame by. It sucks. I worked so hard. I had worked so hard on the holiday stuff, and I ended up barely streaming when the holiday started. Alright, let's get into this. Cam's probably gonna be on. I don't want the cam to start right now. Oh no, it's not on. Cool. Boop, boop, boop. Continue off. So we're still like slowly, well, doing our best to get around the map and just to pretty much discover everything I can. You know, as Arthur gets sick, it says that I still am like only 70% through the story, so we've still got a little ways to go. But at the beginning of Arthur's sickness, I just figured we might as well do as much as we can. So it's like as soon as he started to get sick, I was just like, you know, let me just start to get all this little shit done that I've wanted to get done. There is one thing that I want to do, which you guys might hate me for it. What's up, Will? I'll turn it on in just a minute. Where are we? Where are we? The Pleasance. What's up, Will? How are you? Happy New Year. I thought it was going to be too late for you. I was going to be like, man, I started the stream too late. As always, I wanted to start it earlier, but I get sidetracked and fucking watching all these videos Next thing I know, it's midnight, and I'm like, damn, I want to stream. And then I tell myself that it's too late to stream. And then if I do start streaming, it is too late to stream because then I'm like tired and falling asleep on stream. It's like I can't win. I'm just a sucky streamer. I might not be cut out for this life. I mean, shit, if I was getting like paid on the regular, shit, I'd do whatever I need to be cut out for this life. But right now, I usually make like $50 every 3 to 4 months. And that paycheck ain't helping me that much. Oh, so you're up late. I got you. Well, I'm glad to catch you. It's not like, you know, I'm an overly popular streamer, so it's nice to be able to do a little back and forth. That's my fault. I should have been trying harder, but I mean, what can I say? Did you do anything fun tonight? Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. I just hate to bother you. You know, I know you work and shit, so I try not to bother you. But I think I still got the holiday shit going on. I do. Oh well. The holiday stuff will be gone in a couple days. Holiday's not quite over yet for me. Need a couple days. Alright. Nice. I was a party pooper this year. I just stayed in. I didn't even worry about the countdown. I mean, I was sitting right here for the countdown. I was gonna like do something. I logged into GTA for a bit. Oh, this is the plague place. Okay. I logged into GTA for a bit. They had a little New Year's event going down, but I didn't really do much. I don't really like to go out for New Year's. There's too many idiots out on the road. Too many cops. Just too much. Oh. So this is something I kind of wanted to do. I am such a bad like Red Dead player. Like basically, this whole time we've played the game, I have never once read Arthur's journal. Like never. That's horrible to say. What the fuck? You can just tip your hat? How do you open the satchel? Okay. Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest driving tonight. Holidays freak me out. So, I hate to put y'all through it, but I'm gonna sit here and read some of his journal entries because all the times Arthur has ever wrote in his journal, I've never read it. And I imagine that he's saying some important things in here. So, we're literally gonna go, oh my god, we're gonna go all the way back. I won't read all of it, guys. I just want to read a little bit of it to see what he's saying. Okay. So, this is at the beginning of the game. Blackwater. I bought this new... Okay, I bought this new journal after the last one I got destroyed in the fire all those months ago, whenever it was. Haven't written or drawn much in the past few months, but I was missing it more than I thought I would, and finally near a store, so here I am, I guess. After all this business up north in the fire, we spent a few months in the wilderness traveling down to the northern grizzlies. Luckily, I can kind of read a little fast, so hopefully we can get through this. Let's see. So, stuck mostly in the western foothills of the mountains during the worst of the winter. Food was easy to find and life was good. Dutch had a lead for some land we were going to buy, but the land did not match up to his criteria, or we got spooked. We were being watched by the law, and that somebody knew who he was, and we never bought it, and we were wondering still. We picked a couple of new folks and grizzlies. We picked up. Okay. I wish I could just read his handwriting, because I hate to... Ginny, a sweet new girl we met abandoned a roadside, and Micah. Okay, he's talking about Micah. An outlaw... Bitch, can you get the fuck out of here? My immersion. An outlaw Dutch met in a bar someplace. Dutch seems very taken with Micah, who is pretty hot-headed, argumentative, and full of himself. Hosea and I are less sure. Guess we shall see. Hosea... Eventually we came out of the wilderness and are now holed up outside of Blackwater, although sometimes I stay in town hunting for new opportunities. I wish I could just... Why is this making it so fucking complicated? I might be on something. We got plenty of money, and the trail we took was so torturous and slow nobody could have followed us south and east or figured out where we was heading. We was thinking about California, but then Dutch and Hosea brought us down to Blackwater. Okay. Blackwater has apparently grown a whole lot since any of them was last here. I was told to expect a little more than a trading post, but the place is growing fast and it's almost a small city. The town seems to be riddled with corruption, but there's certainly plenty of money here. It's good to be sleeping in a bed from time to time and living a more civilized life after so long under the canvas. But I do not particularly like being near this... he doesn't like being near into a town. Okay. This is interesting. I didn't know what Arthur thought about Blackwater. We are living here, camping outside town, mostly hidden in plain sight, I guess. Life seems pretty easy. Abigail and Marston keep arguing. I wonder why exactly he came back. He cannot seem to decide if he wants to be a father to that boy, or his, or... wait. If he wants to be a father to that boy of his or not. The argument is exhausting. I heard talk of a man sounding like Trelawney, but we haven't seen him for many months. Interesting. Jose and I are on to something pretty big. Might be a lot of cash coming in to do with a real estate scam Hosea thinks he may have discovered. I'm not sure yet. The perfect crime, we think. One where we rob crooks. We are being real careful. It's fun working with Jose again. The man is an artist of nonsense, even if nothing comes to it. We're having an amusing enough times. He really loved Hosea. I don't know if I'm going to read all this. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. Just going to skim through. Going to be running scams again. Dutch thinks he's onto something big. His word's not mine. We're working on both things. Plan to flee into the desert country. Desert. Micah and Dutch are planning to rob the ferry in town. They think it's laden with riches. Cash coming in for the bank. So this is when the game started and why we were heading up to the winter, to the snow. For once I am not getting involved in the job. Jose and I are taken up with our business, which I believe could go very well, and Dutch seems to be confident that the group assembled, all will be okay. This is interesting. I wonder how many people play and like never read this journal. Like, I want to know the percentage of people that don't ever read this thing. Literally have never opened it once. I mean, like, when he sketches in something, I open it, but I've never like read his entries when they pop up. That's just me being a bad player. Plan is for them to carry out the job, then flee into the wilderness out to the west. The next day, Jose and I carry out our scam and join them. Dutch seems happy and excited. He's talking about California. Yeah, he's always talking about something. Talking about his ass. Seems like he likes Blackwater. This is a random... That's random. We have been running for weeks. I mean, running more than usual. The job they was pulling in Blackwater, robbing that ferry, it turned into a disaster. Young Ginny got killed. Poor thing, while Sean and Mac both got arrested. Oh, okay. Ginny got killed. Sean and Mac got arrested or killed. Nobody seems sure. Dutch shot a girl. I'm not too sure by accident or design. It seems like it may have been a setup. Micah is sus, bro. We took to the hills in an almighty scramble, leaving money. This seems to be their routine. They get to a new town. Arthur and somebody else in the team has like an okay idea. Dutch has the same idea of, get the money together, do whatever we gotta do, and we'll go to the island of Tahiti, right? Meanwhile, like, his plans always go to shit, because he just fucking goes head first into whatever. Meanwhile, nobody else has time to do any of their plans, and it happens every time. It's just they're in a repetitive routine of insanity. Then we were fleeing east over the Grizzlies, an almighty storm hit us. Dave Callender, who got shot in the gut on the raid, passed away. It was brutal to watch, and the rest of us nearly froze. But we found shelter and have been resting here in some old abandoned mining town. Davey. Oh, let me snooze the ads. I don't want it to interrupt us. Okay, so this is when we were in the snow at the very beginning of the game. Hey, he went outside the lines. So, Harley the Spring that I had been hoping for. Jose and I had been planning of a robbery our own in Blackwater, but I guess it's been abandoned. So, found a girl, well, a woman, her husband. Okay, so this is when we found Sadie. These are things I missed, I guess. I wish I wouldn't have. I really didn't explore the snowy area that much. Driscoll's are the same as that. Okay, this is the very first mission. We bumped into his boys. Farmstead was Robin, found a poor woman whose husband had been murdered, and she's now riding with us. This is Sadie. Then Dutch being Dutch, hatred for calm, being powerful. So there was a whole bunch of us went to pay him a visit his camp, but he escaped. Alright, what else we got? This is when we grabbed Kieran. Dutch being Dutch, busy making his plans, figured out that Dutch, yeah, but this is when we found Kieran. Okay, this is chapter 2 at the Horseshoe Overlook. This is one of the longer chapters before things went to shit. Finally, a thaw in this god-awful weather. We got off the mountain and rode east to some pretty enough country called the Heartlands. Ain't been this far east in many year. Jose seems to know the country a little. Ain't been much of a spring. Now holed up at a place called Horseshoe Overlook outside of some dumpy little cattle town named Valentine. Dutch seems a little better. His eyes are sparkling once more, and I can see he's thinking a little clear. I think we all feel a little do that. They feel happier out of Blackwater. Y'all get the point. Dude, Arthur's so good. Look at that. It's getting dark. Headed into Valentine with Uncle and the girls. This is the first mission, the very first mission, where we went in with Uncle and the chicks on the wagon. And I had a few for Horseshoe, anyways. The first mission for Horseshoe. They had drinks, took a turn. Yep, we chased after a guy because he'd been holed up there for too long while Jose and I scouted out the job. Never was. I chased that bastard. We actually spared his life, I think. I can't remember. He nearly fell off a cliff. I spared him, and he gave me an ink pen. Yep, I still have that ink pen. I hope I won't regret my leniency, but I reckon he got the scare of his life. Jimmy Brooks was his name. Taking names. Okay. Met some old drunken Valentine. Claimed he was a shootist. Seemed more like a clown. Some poor fool was writing a book about him. Met an old drunken Valentine. Levin was the name of the writer. Jim Calloway was the killer. Apparently Levin needs more information. Asked me to find new folk who have spent more time publicity than me. Their names are I don't remember this. Claimed he was a shootist. Damn, this is why I should have been reading the journal. I just can't remember. There's so many events. Sound like a troop of clowns. We shall see what kinds of people those who want to be famous murderers is. My hopes are not too high. I'm just reading like a dyslexic person today. We've almost found all of these. I think we have the only ones left in the desert now. Met a lady scientist, Deborah something or other. Seemed to be more mad than sane, but I don't have much frame of reference for scientists. Wanted me to see if I could help her find dinosaur bones. We've got almost all that done. We're working on it. Ugh. Looks like Micah. Met Emmett Granger. I cannot think of a single man I have enjoyed seeing dead more than this bastard. Pig shit and hatred, and he still threw a knife at me. I don't remember this. Don't remember this at all. So much has happened. Took a day off and went off hunting with Hosea. I remember this. He seems to be getting his strength back a bunch, although he was lucky to not die, as this big bear he'd been after turned on us. I thought we was snuck up in the mountains that cold. I thought when we was stuck up in the mountains that the cold and misery would kill him, and we bury him like we buried Ginny and Davy, but he pulled through, and he'll live a while yet. I love Dutch like a father, but in many ways I love Jose even more. He's kind and fair and like a human being. Dutch is something else. This bear was also something else, size of a goddamn hotel. It was, and mean with it. So, Arthur really likes Hosea. Guess Billy Midnight. Got 2 minutes before ads. Sorry if you guys think this is boring. I really wanted to get caught up on this journal. I've never opened it before, so all this is brand new to me. Guess Billy Midnight never escaped his past. Guy was deranged about shooting some fella in the back or in their sleep, and something very sensible in my opinion. Anyway, guilt had consumed him, and like real proper gentleman, he tried to kill me. I remember this at the bar. Black Bell, what a woman. Oh yeah. First, this is sort of like reminiscing. The first, bounty. If she was younger, and I was in the market for a woman to go killing with that, what a pair we could have made. She told me old boy Calloway was a poseur and a liar. Big surprise. Poser. Poseur. I definitely missed some things. This is why you gotta go play the game again, I guess. Met a strange guy, thought he was a prophet, blind. We've ran into him many, many times since then. Found Flaco Hernandez for that silly book. Killed him, bastard, jump out of the way, but I still got him. Didn't seem like the type I was going to befriend anyways. We still have his gun. Definitely missed some shit. Saw an old church, found it interesting, not sure why. Think we explored that, I'm pretty sure I did. This fella I took to talking with at the train station told me that I could get decent money if I collected complete sets of cigarette cards and sent them to him. We shall see. Sounds harmless enough. Complete sets. I don't think I have any complete sets. Ads are gonna start in a minute. I don't want to I can't get past them again. When they start, we'll just sort of wait until you guys get back. Met an idiot hunting for treasure, stole his map, wonder if I'll find anything. I wish I would have paid attention during this time because I could have gotten the pinto horse that I wanted, but I didn't know it was a thing. Met a nice fella taking photos of an animal. That was Albert. He was really cool, taking pictures. So some of the stuff, yeah. He got robbed by a coyote, but I got him his bait back. Got in some god-awful fight in the town saloon. Bill started it. He's wound so tight about something I reckon he'll start hitting himself soon enough. I cannot tell if this made me pleased or real angry. Afterwards, Dutch accosted me with old Isaiah Trelawney back and quite as slippery and confusing as ever. Alright, ads are about to happen, guys, so I'm going to slow up and just wait for just a second while you guys get back from this brief intermission, so we can continue with the story. I think what I may do is like summarize this more because we're still at the Horseshoe Overlook. We got a long way to go. There's going to be so much in this journal. Like this first whole hour is going to be dedicated to reading this fucking journal. So I might just try and summarize it a little bit. I gotta try. Alright. fuck was that? It'll be coming to an end soon, so I'm just gonna go ahead and brief through some of this. So Trelawney told us Sean had not been killed, so we get an update on Sean. Charles Smith, Javier, and I met in Blackwater and rescued that loudmouth maniac before we'd even cut him free from the tree he was mouthing off at us. Javier said Blackwater is an impossible situation. All them years wasted earning that stuff. Guess I'll never quite know what happened, but the upshot is we're on the run and known to more folks in authority than we would like. So he's talking about how he's not a big fan of Strauss's, like he's always felt bad about it because he knows that he does dirty deals. So Arthur always felt bad about Strauss. Indian tobacco. Guess that's stuff that I missed. You know what? I think this is where we got sick. Cause I did see a little meme. I'm gonna wait till they get back from ad break. Yeah, I think this. Well, I'm just gonna save my words. $15 seconds. Three, two, one. And we're back. Hello guys, welcome back to the show. I was briefly trying to get through some of the BS in here. I mean, nothing's BS. This is all Arthur's inner thoughts. But I didn't want to browse over this because I did catch a meme online where it hinted that basically Arthur got sick at some point encountering a farmer that was very sick. And I think it was during Strauss's episodes, like where he makes us go get money. So there's this interesting article here. Strauss, I went to call in on a loan, some farmer, local do-gooder. Think I'd seen him in Valentine before when I was fighting that big fella. He begged and coughed and spluttered, and I beat him half to death. Such is life, such is the world. His boy looked at me like I was the devil, and perhaps for him I was. Oh, he had a boy. The whole thing confused me. Maybe that's wrong. The whole thing revolted me in my part. These sad, desperate bastards, their silly expectations of life, and their tawdry reality. The unkindness of existence. I can handle that just fine, but I do not love it, nor those who try to make things otherwise, I guess. Never knew Arthur was so profound, dude. Dude is just... he was really into his feelings. Jose and I went robbing just like in the old days. A father and son pair of clowns at some farmhouses, stole a wagon, sold us some rat Hosea had met at an odd place called Emerald Ranch. What goes on there I cannot tell, but this little purchaser of stolen goods had us go rob his own family. Even by my standards that was low, but the father and son we robbed was proof that even God makes mistakes sometimes. Arthur has had a lot of regret about this life. Loathsome blind bastards. Met a woman, had killed a John, claimed it was an accident, and helped to get rid of the body. Wonder if she was quite as innocent as she claimed. Here's that empty town I found. Calm O'Driscoll slipped through our fingers once more, and I saw my own life slip through mine. That gentle button we kidnapped buffoon we kidnapped up the mountains took us to a cabin. We were planning to kill Combe, but he had just gone elsewhere. We shot a bunch of his boys, and one was about to end my life when Kieran shot him. This feud, it split out from Dutch and Combs' mutual hatred into a loathing and permeates all of us and all of them. Still, I found quite a shotgun in the cabin. Went off drinking with Lenny, thanks to my own peculiar genius for trouble when drunk. The evening did not go quite according to plan, but somehow neither of us got killed or arrested for murder. Yep, we remember that one. Yep, the saloon. So I'm married again. I feel like the luckiest man alive and feel like a fool. That woman confuses me and plays me for a fiddle like no one else alive. Her little brother Jamie had joined some religious order and needed saving, or so she and the god-awful daddy seemed to have thought. I took him home after a pathetic little squabble. Poor boy, wonder what will become of him. Education and unpleasant father have been a terrible cure for him, I fear. As for Mary, I trust I will not make a god-awful fool of myself once more, but somehow I imagine I shall. He knows what's up. Saw Mr. Mason again. This time he was taking pictures of wolves, still doing his hardest not to get eaten. Raspberry. Found an odd-looking corpse, something stuffed into its mouth. That scared the shit out of me. Was that her? Why did it sound like she was right next to me? Yeah, there's a woman. Good lord, that scared me. Oh, now I've lost my place. Hold on. Here you go, horsey. I'm trying to re-educate myself.
Come on, pal.
Can I read the journal while on your back? Yes. Did it leave off where I left off? No.
What lovely weather.
God's own country, this is.
We're almost there. Talking about Strauss. Yep, I think we already knew that. Yeah, this is the one we read. Come on, come on. Valentine. Took young Jack out fishing as a favor to Abigail many years ago before she fell so hard for that fool Marston. Perhaps I should have married her. I think part of me has always thought of that. I knew there was something going on between them. Good goddamn you, Mary. Jack is a good boy, a dreamer, a boy with a mama who loves him. I wonder if he will find what we seek, peace and truth, away from all this nonsense and lies. If this is what we still seek, not that that's a new development. Not sure I know myself anymore. So there was something going on with Abigail. Interesting. Sometimes I'm not sure Dutch does. As we fished, a couple of Pinkerton's agents appeared. Milton was one of them. I forgot the other fellow's name. They knew all about me. That's a new turn of events. Apparently there's 5,000 on my head alone after Blackwater, maybe before. It seems we may be in real trouble. Dutch don't seem to be too worried, but I am beginning to have some doubts as to this wisdom and his indifference. Another body that seemed linked somehow to the previous one. More paper in the mouth, maybe directions to some place, I don't know. Found yet another body. Some maniac is killing these people for sport. Guess I'm going to go pay him or her a visit. I remember this. This is crazy. Found the murderer, man named Edmund Lowry. Took him to the sheriff of Valentine after he nearly killed me. He jumped the sheriff. I killed him. Nasty bastard he was. That was a lot of fun, that shit. This time Albert Mason seems obsessed by getting eaten by alligators. So we went to go take those photos. Here's that serpent shape mound. I know where that is. Discovered the world's angriest man. Relived to realize it ain't me. Relieved. I drink from the maiden. Okay, so this is that serial killer stuff. Or no, this is the vampire stuff. Yep, and then we found a vampire after this. It was pretty crazy. There he is after we killed him. Good times. You never know who you're going to meet down a dark alley. You don't. We found a tree. Okay. Common bulrush. Saw Albert again. Bored of fighting animals. He tried to fight gravity again. He somehow survived. I hope he will now retire from a life even more idiotic and dangerous than mine. Met a man, Francis Sinclair, wants me to find some old rock carvings and send him details. Not sure why, I probably won't bother. Francis had bright red hair and a birthmark and spoke in an odd way. More problems have befallen us. More run-in. Leviticus Cornwall, the oil, sugar, and rail and greed merchant who we robbed a while back, ambushed us in Valentine. The only amusing aspect of horror was her Strauss getting grazed and acting like he was preparing for his short trip down to hell. After this, we fled the country and headed even further down and east, camping by a lake. This is pretty much new country for me. Charles and I saved a family of Germans who were killed in the process of getting them stuff. This is okay. So this is when we moved from the Overlook. And deep evil as opposed to comic good that rages within me. If only we had fled west out of Blackwater, we could still be free now, out where we belong, beyond civilization with the savages and the animals. Here we won't ever be at home. Rhodes. This is when we moved to Rhodes. We're getting there. We're getting all caught up. So it turns out we hold up outside a town called Rhodes, deep in old cotton country. So it's cotton country. The place has not recovered from the war, and those folks that is sober enough to think they are still angry. The drunk, which is most of them, are angrier still, but perhaps for no reason. Blah blah blah. Talking about the bounty. Trelawney got arrested. Blood feud between those two families. Yep, we remember that. Beautiful. Oh, there's Sadie when she got her makeover. Miss Adler, the widow we rescued a while back, might be the craziest one of us all. She fights like a cornered polecat with a rage and bloodlust that frightens the hell out of me. I ever get on her wrong side and I am a dead man. I don't intend to. She's a fine woman, amusing and good-hearted and decent angry. I took her shopping to stop her fleeting old Pearson, filleting old Pearson right in camp. After we got jumped, she went insane and showed she can kill with the best of us. Yes, Mrs. Adler. Met a fella called Miss Margaret, an animal trainer. And showman, or showwoman. Mistress of danger, quite a character, wants me to find some missing animals. This is talking about that guy who had a fake lion. Or no, it was a real lion, and then he ended up killing it. A lot of regret. After hunting a zebra, there was a donkey and a tiger, there was a cougar and another lion. There was just a dog. Or I think that's right. I think I've lost track of the whole thing. And an assistant that's a real woman, and him a strange English maniac in a dress pretending to be all that he isn't. Remind yourself never to go up on stage. Weird English guy gave me a pretty decent emerald as payment for my troubles. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all. The emerald was about as real as a zebra and worth a whole lot less. Seems Miss Margaret made idiots out of all of us. What did I expect? The man who dealt in fake tigers gave out real gems. Yeah, you should have known better. Okay. Maniac. Dutch is convinced this will somehow lead us to riches. Yeah, this is when we join the Rhodes Deputy Sheriff Agency, or whatever you want to call it. Although there's gold or women or something at the root of this, and if it's gold, we want it. Either way, we are deep in the swamp and so entirely lost ourselves. I hope it will take the Pinkertons and their like a long while to find us. We shall see. In the meantime, a new career path in law seems to await. Yep. We tried that out. Didn't work out that great, but oh well. Stumbled into this old drunk on the streets of Rhodes. I don't know quite why he made an impression. The world is full of self-pitying drunks. Hell, I hope to grow into one myself. But something about this fella, Jeremiah Compson, blamed everyone for his plight, lost his career and his home, wanted me to go find a few trinkets of his at home. Camps instead. I remember this. I think I did go and do it. I'm pretty sure I did. It would have been a long time ago. Went to the house. Don't feel so bad for him now. Feels like a fool. Bastard was a slave catcher. Burned his valuable ledger right in front of his eyes. Found a fellow caught in a bear trap a while back. Decided on a whim to save him. Then bumped into him in town. He gave me some store credit as a thanks. Guess it sometimes pays to help folks out. Yes, it does. I love it when that happens. I've met some charming women in my life. Catherine Braithwaite and the mother hen to that particular bunch of roosters ain't one of them. Surrier, old jug of piss and bullshit I ain't never met. Even Hosea's charms were lost upon her. She refused our offer of selling her back her shine and instead got us to give it away to annoy the saloon owners in town. Hosea put on quite a show while we got interrupted by the bastards we robbed. When grabbing the stuff, we just about escaped. On the other hand, I met this poor bastard, Grey Boy Beau, and his forbidden love, Miss Penelope. Quite the most alive creature we have met down here. Suddenly, I'm marching as a suffragette. The looks of loathing on the faces of the locals delighted me, while their leader, a Miss Calhoun, amused me. I don't know much about the good causes nor the joys of democracy, but I enjoyed my little experience riddling alongside of them. Writing. World is certainly changing fast. Yes, it is. We're getting there. Met an awful fellow who will send me money if I send him fish. This is Jeremy. So they can pretend they caught them while out fishing with him, at least. I think that's it. Either way, the man Jeremy Grill was dreadful. I thought he liked Jeremy. I guess he didn't. Wow. I really should have been reading these so I would have known Arthur's inner thoughts. Stumbled across a corpse in the swamp. Poor guy had a withered arm. Get out of here. That's a big old buffalo. Okay. We're getting there. What we got? We went horse thieving. Our greed got getting the better of us. Believed a yarn spun us by one of that gray family. The patriarch Tavish, a particularly unpleasant one of what seems a reasonably unpleasant family. Okay, yeah. Was going to be wonderfully rich at the end of it. We felt like prize idiots. Charles and I went looking for Trelawney, who was staying in Rhodes. He'd been accused by some bounty hunters who was looking for him and means to get into us. Whole thing turned nasty, and he'd been treated pretty bad, but we got him out of there. There always seems to be more bounty hunters, Pinkerton lawmen everywhere we go. There's more and more civilization. This whole place is beginning to give me the creeps. I have been recuperating after an interesting encounter with Colm O'Driscoll. Dutch got it into his mind to meet the bastard, to somehow end all this lunacy. Only Colm did not share Dutch's sense of humor among thieves. The whole thing was a setup. Kidnap me. That's when we got kidnapped and tortured. Seems like Colm is enjoying this modern world even less than we are. More by luck than judgment, I escaped and somehow got back here, more dead than alive, and collapsed into bed for a few feverish days. I remember that. That was crazy. Ain't come down with gangrene, and I will live, even if even uglier than before. Things is getting even more insane with the local population. My sense is neither the Greys nor the Braithwaites have a pot to piss in, but I ain't spent too much time in the landed gentry. Sean. Oh, this is when Sean got killed. Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. I love that little loudmouth wrench more than I knew. He was an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together, and now he's dead. His head shot half off in the ambush. What a goddamn mess we were making of things. Still no Confederate gold, but a shitload of trouble. R.I.P. Sean. This is when we came to the swamps. We was on the run. Some of these chapters just flew by. We've moved again. More trouble with the Pinkertons, more trouble with them locals, more trouble all around. Little Jack's been kidnapped, so we're trying to find him. Apparently some fellas in Saint Denis, Senior, or something like that, took umbrage to our presence, kidnapped, and we burned down the Braithwaite Manor. Then we got spoken to again about Agent Milton. This time he asked us for Dutch's head on a platter. I agree. So we headed into Saint Denis to find little Jack. We was told he'd been kidnapped by some local gangster. Bronte, we ain't found him, but he's found us. This was a new low by my standards. Anyways, we found Mr. Bronte and are going to pay him a call. We better get this boy back. We're now hiding deep in the swamps, trying not to get eaten by wildlife or sunk too deep in the mud. I cannot decide which I like less, the swamps or the city. Both are full of parasites, reptiles, and slimes, but the swamps prettier. Dutch is trying to think of where we can run next. In the meantime, we are deep in the swamps, hiding in some disease-ridden old plantation house, mostly swallowed up by nature. That was a pretty cool spot, though. Guess we will find... God, that bird sounds crazy. Guess we will find Jack, get some money, then flee. But where? These bastards ain't giving up. We're a long way east of land we know and far from real open country. Met a curious Frenchman in a bar, bought him a drink. He gave me a picture, said he was an artist, although I'm not sure I see what is so good about it. Met a weird fellow, wants 100 gallons of moonshine for love. Never heard such nonsense in all my life, and I know some talkers of nonsense. Guess I'll go ask the clerk. Alden, Trelawney's disappointed friend, if maybe he knows a way of finding it, as I think there's money in this. Okay. Met a monk, helped him free a couple of poor bastards from the island, someplace they were kept prisoner. The monk, what was his name? Brother something or other, was a good fella. One of those innocent people who make you feel better about being a human. Met a crazy man in Saint Denis, a professor no less, Marco Dragic. I'm still amazed by what I experienced. He had me control a tiny boat. Oh yeah, I remember that. How, I have no idea. I did not understand any of it, but even though he was annoying and a sharp mouth, he obviously highly intelligent. Was I duped? I have no idea. That was so much fun. Only he didn't tell me how to think. The whole thing was odd. Told me to come see him at his lab at Dover Hill. Maybe. You did. Met a pair of fellas from a chain gang. Black fella named White, white fellow named Black. They wanted to kill each other. They begged me to clear off some wanted posters for them. Collected the posters. Old and White weren't so innocent as they claimed. Yes, I remember running into them where they're held up at the end of the game. Took the shine to the felon Saint Denis, a professor no less, Andrew making it or another. He's built an electric chair as a kind of way to killing folk as needs killing. Oh, the irony of it all. Even more ironic, me so tough and him so weak, and I never got paid. Okay. Let's see. Talking about a bounty. Took medicine to the creepy air as they see poison took medicine to that creepy pair as they'd poisoned themselves something proper. They survive, but I doubt they'll make it for much longer, like a pair of circus clowns. Damn, brutal. Took McDaniels in and watched him fry. Weren't very nice, weren't very humane. The professor got upset and got involved before killing himself with electricity, and I never got paid. If they catch me, I pray they hang me. That chair is the work of the devil. Went to an art gallery. Seems like a fine and fancy living, but ain't quite so different from a life in the wilderness. Robbing stagecoaches. Was an exhibition of paintings by the artists I met a couple times. Their husbands weren't so keen on the liberties he'd been taking with the subject matter. Being whole thing descended into a brawl. Had to help him escape. Saint Denis. Saint Denis. Okay. Arthur doesn't like Saint Denis, and he didn't like Angelo Bronte. Still talking about not trusting Bronte. Mary wrote to me. He knows that he's wrapped up in Mary. Saw Mary, an awful daddy who was taking a drink, which unsurprisingly ain't improved him a whole lot. What a foul pig he is, taking a hawking off family heirlooms and cursing the world for it. Still a suck up son of a bitch. And now Miss Linton has passed away. I wonder what he wants for from his daughter. Funny thing is, I love her and yet am a bad lot. Old daddy is good, upright man, and yet he treats his daughter like a possession to be mistreated and abused as he sees fit. Strange creatures, man. I don't know. All I know is that I love her, and that she both loves and detests me. It never worked before, and it won't ever work now. Yet it gnaws at me. The idea of it gnaws at me like a sickness. I've got to give all that nonsense up. I'm an outlaw, a murderer, a man with a code different to ordinary folk. And Amy and Mary, I said Amy, and Mary ain't never going to be for my world. That's sad. We went to the Vaudeville show in town, dancing from France. Quite a business. What is wrong with me? Do I really think I can retire someplace nice, live a normal life with a wife? Am I a big enough dolt to believe that is possible? You never know, Arthur. Maybe not with Mary. Found Charles, the artist, dressed as a streetwalker, trying to flee from assorted men he defended, fleeing to the South Seas. Wonder if we'll see him there. He's wearing Saint Denis. My lord, no, I have done everything. I went to a ball like a fool in a fairy tale. The mayor of Saint Denis. Dutch got us invited to the senior Bronte, and we trussed up like turkeys for Thanksgiving and waxed, polished, and primed within an inch of our lives. Yep, talking about that party. That was a fun time. Dutch knows AMC seem to think this is a dump. This dump is a world of possibilities. They want to look into the bank and some other business opportunities. We shall see, as long as we can keep ahead of the Pinkertons and Mr. Cornwall and the rest of them for a while. Maybe we will be okay. Doubt that. Wanted to see an old fellow, Algren and Wasp. I met at the party, not sure how to describe him, but I won't forget him anyways. I cannot do him justice, different kind of fella. But he says he'll pay good money for assorted feathers and eggs and whatnot for his creations for various rich women. Of course you do. Where are we at? Talking about meeting an author. Like somebody who writes books, not Arthur. An author, not Arthur. I don't know. Seems they, like us, have problems with that gilded ape, Leviticus Cornwall, and his foul empire. We shall see how this pans out. I guess we shall. I was just talking about when we lost Kieran. Talking about Miss Adler too being awesome. Met a real pair of, well, I don't know quite what they are. Oh, these are those two guys. The two guys that are always hitting each other that I've ran into several times now. These guys. Many times we've met them. We're almost to the end of it. Apparently that weird sketch he gave me is worth a lot of money, and Charles is a world famous artist. Got into a fight with a drunk giant and a tiny head. Yes, that's what happened. Fellow was struggling with the barkeep who had turned off his liquor supply. Found a little magician. I reunited this old family. Fellow tried to give me the slip and a few times, but in the end, seems like they love each other even more than they hate each other. Thought this old trading post in Roanoke Ridge was kind of interesting. I remember that. I think the door was shut. This house seems to have been struck by something. A meteor, maybe? Went to see Professor's lab. He had built some sort of mechanical. Yep, I remember that. Calloway in his drunken state. Honest killing with no pretensions. Okay. Hold on. Let me reopen that back up. Open. Cool. I left where I left off. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give me 1 second, folks. Just a second, guys. I'm letting my dog out. Be right back. Okay, I just gotta pee. We'll be back. 1 second. Okay, we're gonna start winding down with this book. It's way too long. So, let me see. Calloway, still drunken clown. Him and kidnap some old. End up shooting each other. Blah 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 blah. I don't really remember this, but okay. Somehow got myself into a charming business, Saint Denis. Invited me over to his mansion again. Strange man, nice and awful, cynical and caring. Wants to make his city thrive. Doesn't seem to care how it goes about it. Threatened me in order to make me threaten some art professor on his behalf. Why? So the art professor will verify that a bunch of paintings ain't the forgeries he believes. They are the genuine article he thinks they aren't. In order to fill the people with joy that they are looking at a real work of genius. Not a good copy of a work genius. Yes, I was pretty confused by the whole thing, but I did as I was bid to do, and the professor changed his mind once he saw that I would be happy to turn his mind into nothingness. Huh. Saw the two boys again, yep. Seems those of us who thought Angelo Bronte was a lizard in a suit was right. Lenny fought real hard. The kid is good in a fight, and he saved us. Dutch is planning some big escape for us all, some grandmaster plan. Everything we are attempting here seems troubled. I hope we can get out of here alive. Speak too soon. Right now, it don't seem likely. Dutch is raging about Bronte's deception or betrayal or whatever quite it was. Dutch don't like being made a fool of. Even Micah, with all his teasing and needing, plays it real cool with Dutch. I would not want to be Bronte right now. I cannot see Dutch letting this pass. We went to teach Angelo Bronte a lesson. Where the hell is Tahiti? I guess they don't have Pinkertons there, at least. All of them years we dreamed of being ranchers out in virgin lands in the west. Now it's bananas and coconuts and long boat rides. Guess anywhere the train can get to. Dutch probably has it right. This country really don't want folk like us no more. The ocean place is going to law-abiding and decent and dulled and rigged. People in the city are worse and more desperate than the nastiest gunslinger I ever met. Huh. They shove shit on you for sport. Keep feeling sick. Darn swamp, it ain't natural. Shady Bell. Wait, what was that? Get that back out. What was that list? What was that damn list? Okay, Jose and Lenny died. Yep. You guys are in the head. Marsden got himself arrested. This is when we went out to the islands. I washed ashore in Guarma. Got a boat out there. Don't think many folk killing. Blah blah blah. I hear wolves upon returning found the folk again at least, but within a few hours the Pinkertons have found all of us. Not sure what happens next. Turns out I'm not very well. I got tuberculosis. Doctor did not know how long I would last. All them bullets shot at me. All them horses threw at me. All them fights. And it was beating up that pathetic little fella Downs that killed me. Wait a minute. All them bullets shot at me. All them horses threw at me. All them fights, and it was beating up that pathetic little fella Downs that killed me. He's the only man I've been near was real sick. He begged for mercy, and I beat the bastard, and he died. And now I'm dying too, the way of the world. My mind is racing, of course. That monk and that nun, Downs' widow, Abigail, Mary. Dutch, when I first knew him. Hosea, my dead pa. And the no good bastard, the whole crowd of people. And what kind of man have I been? What kind of man am I? What world is this that we live in? A land full of fury, or a place of love? Am I being prepared for eternal damnation? Am I past any kind of saving? I don't think. And yet, I see goodness. I see it, if not in me and good folk. And Abigail and her love for Jack, and that smelly monk in Downs, I guess, begging, not for himself, but for the poor, even though he was near starving himself. Maybe I don't want salvation. Part of me has always longed for death. Well, here it comes, I suppose. Found a raving lunatic, completely raving, took him back to a village nearby, Butcher's Creek. Something ain't right. Some kind of village elder, Obadiah, maybe, appeared. He spoke mostly nonsense. We're getting there. Talking about the Indians. Destroy those charms. Went back to the village. Now the shaman announces things that are worse because I destroyed the charms. Remarkably convenient. I was about to give him a beating when he ran off. The elder said the shaman was interested in a mine shaft. Perhaps that's worth taking a look. Went to the mine. Found the shaman trying to force that duped elder into signing away his and the village property rights, or rights to get a mining company to leave. It was not quite clear which. The shaman starts attacking me, so I forced him to drink some of the runoff. He admits all, promptly loses his mind, and I'm waiting around to be treated like the hero I am, or not. The villagers blame the curse. At this point, I left them to their dream of specters. Molly ratted us out. Doge broke her heart, so he told the law about us. Explains how they found us so easily, I guess. Love does strange things to us all, even stranger than hate. She turned up, drunk and mouthy, and told us all this. She was so pathetic, I wanted to spare her, but Miss Grimshaw put a bullet in her head anyways. Guess it was right, guess there wasn't much of a choice. This was in our new camp, high in some nasty country badlands, or as bad as we can find this far east. This place we were holed up used to belong to a bunch of murderers. The Murphys, or some nonsense like that, they call themselves. Okay. This is the guy who we were hanging with for a bit recently. Saw the Downs kids being beaten up, so I helped him. Maybe I shouldn't have killed his poor father. If I cared so goddamn much, what a conflicted fool I've become, or have always been. Then I tried to rescue his mother, who was in the process of getting herself murdered. Maybe she wanted that, I don't know. She looked at me like I am what I am, a killer seeking out salvation, only I'm not. I don't want saving, I don't deserve it. I just want to help a few folk. And sure as shit, I owe her. Felt like a fraud and a fool, but at least I did something. Rescued a woman from a pair of terrifying freaks. They'd killed her husband. I gave her a lift home. Talking about Strauss's business. He's always talked about how much he hates it. Talking about fishing. Hamish and I got a chatting, then we went hunting. This wolf he'd been after, so we suddenly realized the bastards were hunting us, not the reverse. Eventually I got packed, the leader, and they let us be. Almost done. When we spared that one guy outside of the mayor's office. Hamish died. We was hunting boar and the boar won. At least against him. I liked him, but more than that I admired him. He lacked self-pity and he lacked confusion about his place in the world. He was the man we would all want to be if we weren't so distracted to being idiots. He gave me Buell, his moody, magnificent horse to look after. R.I.P. It ain't John Mark, it's John Mark, you fool, and he's now the mayor. I guess that's good. Lamo's done for. Sadie Adler and I rescued Marston from prison. Okay, this is real recent. Later, Sadie and I arrested him. Like Shawnee, I did it for Abigail, of course, in her own way, the finest woman I know, but also for Jack, and I guess Marston himself. I kind of like him. We've argued over the years, but I've grown to care for a little for him. He's less of a fool than he was, and maybe he can have the luck that he has eluded. Jack is an innocent little boy. In him, I see what I missed. Miss Adler and me, and then got attacked by Dutch. I went behind his back, sure, and he never likes that, but I suppose the years of blind loyalty is at an end. Loyalty, yes, but not blind. Not until he opens his eyes as to what the hell we are, and who his friends really are. Micah, I no longer trust whatsoever, nor do I trust half of them, nor myself. The whole thing is a mess, and I cannot think clearly. It's really tearing him down. Found a tree. Nope, that's it. That's everything. We read it all. Wow. Bravo, guys. So, we're all caught up in the journal. One place I want to visit is this right here. I'm going to wait for the sun to get up a little bit because I think it's too early.
Yeah.
I can't tell what time it is. Woo, woo. Too close to the mic. Oh shit, I'm closing things. Alright. Oh, no, I was gonna get a drink. That's what I was gonna do. Hold on, guys. I am parched. I'm gonna pull over right here. Let me grab a drink and we're gonna continue on.
Whoa, easy.
I'm gonna take the cam off for just a little bit. Would it come back? I might. Alright, give me 1 minute. Uno mas. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Hold on. Oh, are you kidding me? It was a cougar? Oh my god, dude. A goddamn cougar. I needed to kill one too. If I go back, it's not going to change much. Does it change much? Whatever. Where's my horse? Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh my god, that horse egg. Get this shit out of me, yo. Eat some of that. I don't know what it is. Just eat it. Oh, don't throw up everywhere. Hold on. Oh yeah, we'll wear this outfit. Fancy. Horsey, horsey. Here you go. Alright. Alright, Arthur, you need some food, buddy. I'm forgetting my controls. We need a little something for everything. The whole lot. Let's just eat that. Very nice. Okay. So, you know, for having TB, Arthur doesn't look that bad right now. His beard's growing out. His mustache is growing out. Okay, what do we got? Oh, that's right. We're going to this. Okay, let's go do it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Wait, you know what? What is in this little area? I don't have anything marked, which makes me think that there's got to be something around here.
Mister?
Silver Dapple Pinto.
So up now.
Oh, that's a bad one. Level 2. Still looking around for dream catchers as well. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? Just take a shit, though. Horse. Just take a shit. I don't know what this is. I guess there's nothing here. This is a big tree, though. Very thick. It's super foggy in the game right now. Wait, what was that? Nothing. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, get the fucking map. Horsey.
Yep.
It's alright. Don't panic. Okay. Here we go. Let's go.
Hey there, mister. Easy, easy. Easy there.
Ooh. Slip of the hand, man. Alright, put that shit away. Come on. I think we checked everything earlier. Yeah, this is just all condemned anyways. Alright, let's go up this way and visit this water cabin here.
Yep. Yep. Easy.
Okay, hold on before I do this.
There we go.
I'm a little cautious to to do this. Shit. Okay. I don't want to mess this up. Shit. Let me just look it up real quick to make sure I don't mess up this interaction. Which it doesn't, I don't think it really has any huge effects. But I just figure why not. Alright. Fine then. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him.
Considered to be the best representation of moral ambiguity in modern-day antagonists. And I say this not because she's been my celebrity crush since I was 13 years old, and I had my Megan Fox and Transformers moment when I watched Rise of an Empire for the first time. It's because across her entire filmography, she's always adopted a type of character whose actions often come into conflict with the image she presents, in the sense that there's always something lingering in the background, as if she's laid out a set of backup plans that still achieve her agenda if plan A doesn't work. And I've noticed that even when she's not fully embracing villainy or morally gray characters, fragments of that energy are still there. There's always the feeling that if things don't go her way, she could easily take matters into her own hands. Some might call that a flaw, but honestly, I think it's a valid attempt at trying new things and evolving as an actress. People often mistake my takes on popular actors trying roles outside of their lane as me bashing the attempt itself, but that's not the case at all. My main issue is when they adopt that new archetype and frame it as an extension of themselves or their usual character, because they think audiences are just showing up for them. Eva Green doesn't do that. From the very start of her career, she's carried this unnerving intensity, the kind that makes even neutral characters feel dangerous and out.
Dude. Didn't even know that shit was playing in the background. I was like, where are you playing from? Holy crap. Well, you guys just got like an info dump on Eva Green for a good minute. I love her, by the way. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going to happen in this camp. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go. Let's get off the horse. Actually, did I save? Let me save as well. No, you fucking idiot. Save it. Let's do... here. Okay. Here we go. Stay here, horsey. Maybe it won't let me, maybe because we have, I guess we did visit before, that's why it's on the map. I just can't quite remember the interaction, but we can't get up here no more. It's done with. He won't say anything though. I guess he's just gonna sit here. dying. Nope, can't get in there. Can you see in this house, or is it just black? I am getting sleepy, guys. I gotta wake up. And we're never gonna get through this. What time is it for me? 3:30? Alright. Let me turn off the heat. It is time for bed. It should be time for bed for me. But, thanks for dropping by, Will. Appreciate you, man. It was good to see you. If you are going to bed. If not, then stick around. I will ask you, since you're here, real quick. So, I was trying to think of the next game to play, and basically it's between Red Dead 1 and Cyberpunk. I might, well, there's just not enough people to ask to vote, but what are you thinking? Should I keep going with the story and do Red Dead 1 next, or should I just take a break, do Cyberpunk, and then do Red Dead 1 after that? I would try to do both at the same time, but I just know that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just between work and the way I stream right now, it's just not enough. So I was just curious. What do you think? You think more Western, or should we break off into Cyberpunk for a minute while it's on sale? And what do we think? I read somewhere that you can bust out windows. Even though we've been in this house before. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's pretty much what I was sort of thinking anyways. I've been wanting to get it. It's on sale right now. So I think RD1 is always going to be about the same price either way. So, alright. I appreciate it. I just was curious. I mean, it didn't really matter to me. I just, you know, for the people that, again, it's not like I've got a big following, so I say the people, but the way I think of it is, just for the people that don't like this sort of stuff, and for how long it is taking me to get through the game. I mean, when I've been playing it for now, like a couple months, just thought it would be like nice to break it up a little bit, do something different. So, the other folks that pop in my stream that I've asked said the same thing, so it's okay. I think it's probably the way to go. So I just was curious. Yeah, last time it was on sale, I wanted to catch it, but just knew that I didn't have time to play it. But I'm going to go ahead and just grab it, and then as soon as we're done with this, or whatever, we can try some Cyberpunk. I think it'll be fun. But I appreciate your opinion, Will, and thanks for staying up to answer that for me. I won't hold you up if you're tired. I know the feeling. Probably not going to be able to do this for too long. I got like the next couple days of work, but appreciate you coming by. Always good to see you, man. Happy New Year. I was looking for dream catchers, but I don't think there is any, and I guess we already did what we needed to do here earlier.
Come on now, boy.
Come on now, boy. Boom, 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 boom. What was I looking for? Give me the damn satchel. This is the career ladder. Where are we going? So we hit the pig farm. Turns out there's nothing at the pig farm. There's this whole area we haven't searched, or that there's nothing at. I just don't think there's anything over here. We can try and look around. This is all his fucking pig farm.
Throw it up.
Oh man, I'm not gonna make it. We shall try. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
You know what we need? I need to do a story mission. That'll wake me up. I haven't done one in a long time. We haven't been to camp in a long time. Like if we just explore the openness of it all will make me pretty tired. So let's go to this fire that's over here. I'm sort of exploring the area as well. Get out of here. Okay, what is that? Dur.
Yeah. Okay there.
Gotcha. Sorry, y'all. I'm planning to sit in just a moment. Alright, Will. Happy New Year, ma'am. Have a good one. You know what? Where are we at? Well, I want to open up the damn map. Okay. I forget that this game's just too relaxing to be played if you're like trying to stay awake, because it's just so slow. It's so slow, you just never know what's gonna happen. I'm running to the kitchen. One second. want to do the Sadie mission, but I'm kind of... I don't want to start it while I'm so tired. I don't know if that makes any sense. We were just down there, weren't we? The farm, yeah. Okay. Breaking in. Bam, bam. Alright, I'm just gonna grab some more drink. What we'll do is if I feel more awake, which we should be good after that, we'll go do this Sadie mission and see what happens after that. I have no idea. We've got all this stuff around the map too. All these little marks I need to go to. Alright, let me get some more ice. Okie dokie. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Decision time. We gonna do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride up here and see what this is. Make sure it's not something I need to be hunting. Them. There's so much leaves and shit, and you know no. Yeah, I think I'm just too tired, guys. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. I wanted to, but I'm just too tired. I'm not gonna lie.
Easy now.
There she is. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Hello, Connor. How you doing? Happy New Year. Where the hell you been, girl? Thoroughbred. Bar things, eh? Yeah, I feel you. I'm tired of myself. Red Dead's just too... I think I'm just accepting the fact that Red Dead's just too slow to sleep. I mean, too slow to play when you're, like, tired. Because, like, the minute you start doing anything relaxing with the music and everything, it's just fucking... It just hits you and makes you tired. It's too relaxing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Let me see.
Easy.
Wanted to at least do one mission. I could go down there and get Sadie and see what she wants to do. I don't even... I haven't done a story progression in such a long time. I guess we can see what she wants. Exactly. Yeah, it's just... Everything in here is just so calming that... For me, the minute I step in here, if I'm like the least bit tired, I will automatically fall asleep. It's just impossible. No matter how much I try. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. 1 second. Ow.
Whoa.
For as long as you're here, I'll stick to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy there.
Where I can just pull the journal out without having to go through everything. Oh, kinda left. Well, fine. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. But man, I've been talking. Y'all couldn't even hear me. I didn't realize my mic was low. Connie, you still out there, or did you leave? This whole time I've been trying to talk to you, and I didn't realize my fucking mic was down. Open journal, J. Nice. Okay. Can't believe I was talking the whole time. I was like, well, fine, don't fucking talk to me then. Alright, I marked this for something. I don't know what's here, but I marked it for something.
Yep.
Girl, when you ain't feeling lazy, you gotta go put in a new app for Ranch, alright? Don't forget. Alright, what am I doing here? So this is the... Is that emerald? That's not emerald. It's too small. It is emerald. Oh, I'm tripping. I am tripping. So, I want to try to at least do one thing before I get out of here. I guess we're going to go do the Sadie mission. I was not going to do it, but I guess I'm going to do it. What is over here? I marked something over here. What did I mark that was over here? What did I mark that was over here? I can't remember.
Yeah. Whoa.
La-di-da-di. Did I ask you, Connor, what did you do for New Year's, man? Didn't you go out? Have you been in all day?
Wow, must cover some ground on a horse like that.
I feel you. It's always the same shit. I could have worked myself, but I just didn't. I didn't feel like working. If you know what I mean. Hey, you taking my saying now? I'm trying to look up what the hell's over here, but I can't.
Slow it up.
Find nothing. I don't know what. I may have marked this on accident, to be honest. I don't know.
It'll take more than that, boy.
Boy. Okay. I'm not going to do anything too lengthy. So, I don't know why I marked the spot. I just honestly don't know why. I don't know if there was an animal. What's over here? These are just flowers. I don't think there's anything here. I don't think there's anything here. think I got a golden eagle.
Slow up now.
Nice. Pluck it. What are you talking about? The year or the night? Well, which one are you talking about? Can't believe I landed that bald eagle. Sorry, sorry. Boy. Troy. Oh, that's a dream catcher. That's a dream catcher.
Easy.
Yay. Damn. Was that today or like recent? So there goes one thing on the map. Got stuff behind.
Yeah. Okay there. Hey, boy.
Get over here, come on. Get on out of here, come on. Okay. Where did I go? Follow the road. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, Connor. That sucks. I'm sorry for your loss. I know how tough that can be. I went through it not too long ago with my senior cat, Mimi. Sucks when they get sick. There's just not much that you can do, you know? We're sort of helpless in a sense. Alright, well, I looked good clean around this area and I didn't see anything. I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I marked it, but I just don't know what it could be. Look one more time.
Yeah.
How far we gotta go? Up, up, up. What the hell? These freaking possums, dude.
There we go.
Yeah. It always sucks when you lose an animal that you've been with for a long time. My aunts, her animals, they can live to freaking... She's got a whole bunch of cats right now that live to at least 15, 19 years old. I don't know how she does it, dude. Like, my animals have always passed away somewhere around 12, 13. I think one was 14. But it always sucks. It's just we don't get enough time with them. To be honest. Don't get enough time.
Yep. Easy, easy.
Shitting on me and everything. Oh yeah, sorry girl, I've been distracted. Yes, we do not deserve animals, man. As I've said before, they're way too good for us.
Whoa.
But alright girl, if you gotta go to sleep, I won't hold you. Sorry I'm not doing anything more spectacular. I'm just tired. I don't even know if I'll keep this stream up just because it's been such a waste. But I tried. I should have just, as per usual, I should have started earlier. If I can get off early tonight, then maybe I can come home and stream some more. We shall see. But if you gotta go, I don't blame you. It's alright. What I'm gonna at least do while I'm over here is get my butt down to Saint Denis. So when I start the game again next time, I'll already be there and won't have to worry about traveling.
Easy now.
How close do we need to this damn swamp? So I can go fuck to sleep and just call it a day. this point. You can just dead me.
Fine morning, partner. Done real well.
Shoot every animal up in this bitch. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it. I can't do it. Okay, we're just gonna leave it right here. I'm sorry guys for this to be such a shit show. I wanted to do better on New Year's, but I'm just way too tired. I'm just gonna put it simply. I'm way too tired.